everyone. You're listening to the Elisa Fucci Show. I'm your host, Elisa Fucci. I'm a motivational speaker, podcaster, an international best-selling book author, relationship life coach, and certified breathwork detox facilitator. They say real love takes work. Let me and experts from all over the world help you make being in a relationship fun and easy. Hello. Welcome to today's podcast episode. My name is Elisa and I'm your host today. I am so excited for today's episode. Wow, today I have a very special guest. And today we're going to talk about something that is affecting about 76% of people, and that is stress. And there's a lot of other things that come with it. So just wanted to start that off so you know what we're going to talk about, because when we hold on to our breath, we're holding on to something else. That is, it could be trauma, it could be our emotions, it could be the pain. And when we hold on to it, it stays in our bodies. And I know I have spoken and talked to you guys about breath work before, and I'll never stop talking about breath work because it really has changed my life and the lives of my family and everyone that has tried it, everyone that that does sessions with me, and they come out and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I wanted to bring in today's special guest. Sorry, I'm still freaking out. Okay, so today's guest is Kurtis Lee Thomas, and he is a corporate mindfulness trainer and founder of Breathwork Detox. He is the #1 best-selling author of The World Is Yours, The Secret Behind the Secret, and author of the #1 release on Amazon, How to Thrive in the Age of Anxiety. So everyone, please give a welcome to Kurtis.
I love it.
I told you I was going to give you an intro.
I love it. I was waiting for it. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. Do you have anything to add to the intro?
Oh no. I mean, no? The intro was great. I mean, I am wearing the Just Breathe hoodie. So
yeah,
foundation that we have called the Just Breathe Foundation.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Okay. Can people get that hoodie?
No, it's just mine.
Oh,
yeah. Of course they can. They can go on justbreathe.org and they can get it.
Awesome. I love it because it kind of looks like the Nike. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like the letters, like the just do it, but if you're just for the listeners,
just
it
breathe.
Looks like that, but just breathe. I like that. Awesome. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about being stressed and how we hold on to it, all these things in our bodies, and how as we get more stressed in the world, our bodies get tense. So, but first, before we go into that, tell me, how did you find breath work? How did you get started doing this? I'm dying to know.
That's a long timeline. I'll say it all started in 2012. I had the spiritual awakening, and that's when The World Is Yours was born. And, I started out as a certified life coach, certified hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, Reiki 1, 2, 3, Reiki master, sports science, fitness professional, like all these certifications. I became I like to call a certification collector. And I didn't go too deep down any one modality. I was more curious. So I was just passionately curious about how the subconscious mind works, more skeptical than anything, like going into it, like, I can't be hypnotized, like let's see what this is about. And, come to find out, every single person on the planet is hypnotized at least 8 times per day. It's just trance states, even when we go in the shower, or something called highway hypnosis, where you're just like, oh, I don't even know how I got here. So, I learned a lot about these modalities. And then in 2016, I started experiencing health complications. I had some just, I call it a rare stomach condition. And I say that because no doctor from New York to LA could heal me, couldn't even diagnose me, never mind heal me. So, and I was suffering, and I started, I was already on the spiritual journey, but then it turned into a healing journey. So I was doing very invasive procedures from Eastern medicine to Western medicine, going to the jungles of Peru with the Shipibos in Iquitos and drinking ayahuasca 14 times. And I'd have, if I take off my shirt, I have these little scars down my spine, and it's from Kambo, where the shaman literally takes like a cigarette, burns holes in your back and then puts frog venom on the holes, and you like projectile vomit. So, I was curious, but more so to do those types of things, I was desperate, because I was just suffering. And a lot of people have these conditions, autoimmune, whatever they're going through. So they'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you just get desperate and you're suffering. So I was at that stage, and it was so bad. I remember going to LA into the hospital. I checked myself in, and I said, listen, my stomach, because I already been there. I was like, there's still a problem. Just cut me open. Let's go into surgery. I'll sign the waiver. And I just needed to know what was inside, because I already did a colonoscopy, endoscopy. I swallowed like 2 or 3 pill cameras where it goes down in your intestines with literally a camera. I can see everything. They're like, no, you're fine. I'm like, I'm not fine. So I thought I had like a hidden parasite, some like new like 5D parasite that I got from like India. Like, like regular doctors couldn't find it. Like, we got to go in, we got to take it out. So, my mind was just going, trying to find anything. And luckily they didn't cut me open, thank God. And, I was, traveling to India. I had a suit company in India at the time. And, I learned this technique, and it's deep diaphragmatic breathing. And, I had my big breakthrough session myself, and my big ugly cry. And I healed myself in one breathwork session, and my stomach pain completely eradicated. And I'm a very skeptical person. I think I said that before.
Yeah.
And I say that because I love that about me, because I think the majority of the world is very skeptical, as they should be. And when you enter this world of like healing and like crystals and sage and like, all these things, it's like, what is this? The stupid rock's going to heal me. Okay. Right. The shaman's gonna wave this feather over me, and my endometriosis is gonna be gone. Okay, like whatever it may be, right? So, I couldn't wrap my head around how I'd done all these crazy modalities and procedures, and nothing could heal me. And I do a little stupid breathing technique, and it did it. How is that possible? How?
Yes, how?
And I think this is gonna segue into what you were saying in the beginning, is that the reason why these doctors couldn't tell me what was wrong with me, this Western medicine, is because my issue wasn't physical. It was energetic. It was emotional. It was trauma. It was things that's been stored in the body, and specifically behind your belly button, that stomach area. It's your sacral chakra. It's where we create from, your sexual energy. So sexual energy is creation energy. And, you have, it's also called in like Chinese Qi medicine, it's called your wind gate. So your wind gate is where all the energy goes into your body and where all of it exits. And if you have a blockage there, then you don't have old energy coming out, which means that you don't have new energy coming in, which gives you fatigue, that stagnant energy. All these problems happen, when things are back up. Like, even look at your drain in your sink, like that clogs up, it causes all these issues. So my energetic system was clogged. And then I learned something about nadis, which we can get into later if you want to. And that was my breakthrough. It cleared that energy that was stuck in my stomach. And, that kundalini that wanted to raise, it was getting, blocked. It was able to start flowing, a little bit better than before.
Yeah. And I have experienced that myself, because I believe that the work we do, and it's like the body's the last thing to catch up to the healing. And it's also the same thing when we neglect our our emotional selves it's the last thing to catch up. The body will keep fighting for us as long as it can, and then finally a little bit like, that's it, I can't do it anymore. But yeah, it's like, so, but I've experienced it myself where I felt like I had lower back problems for like 5 months straight. I would cry every day. And I did breath work every single day for those 5 months. And one day I woke up and it was gone. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and I knew exactly where it had started. I know it was all emotional. I know the date and the time where it all started. I know exactly what it was for. But it was amazing, the experience. And I've heard people that have attended my class, like, just like, I've been going to chiropractors and going to massage therapists, and they're like, yeah, you had, like, from car accidents, they had problems and they can't get rid of them. They did one breathwork session and it's gone. Their pain is gone after having it for years. It's not like, oh, something that's just happened. So I know how important this work is. So for you, like, how is it connected? How does it connect the work that we do, like the spiritual and the emotional and the psychological work? How does it manifest physically?
Yeah. So your body is your manifesting instrument, right? So when we have blocks in our life, we can't manifest. We have a block. Well, the block is in our body, right? It could also be in our mind through a unhealthy belief system. And then also that belief system tends to get stuck in the body, because the body is a living library of all the experiences that we've had over time. And what happens is when we experience some sort of trauma, and even as children, right, we go through some sort of trauma, which might not be considered trauma as an adult, but as a kid, you got pushed off the swing, or you get picked for dodgeball or whatever. Those things are like traumatic.
Yeah.
You think that's your reality, that's your world. And we don't have the emotional intelligence as children to process certain emotions. And then this crazy place called Earth, right? And we're living this thing called life, which is just as crazy. We have all these new traumas, it just keeps coming in, and we still haven't processed the old ones. So then it begins to start getting compounded interest, right? So then now it starts to build up in the body. And then when you hit, our age, this is where we start having health complications. Even if we went to the gym every single day, like, the gym won't cut it. Our emotional health and our mental health is separate than your physical health. It's and meaning, like, it's all connected. I'm not saying it's separate, but I'm saying, like, you can go to the gym every single day. There's tons of bodybuilders that are way bigger than me that are miserable, right? Because there's emotional health and mental health, and it's all connected. So being able to clear out the body, this is the whole reason why when I was coming up with the name for breathwork detox, which it wasn't called breathwork detox, back in the days, it was called body washing. They used to wash the body with the breath to cleanse the body of stagnant energy, old emotions, and any excess stress. So breathwork detox, right? Look at the word detox, right? It's a getting something out of you that doesn't serve you, right? Detox is removing impurities so you can remain pure. So breathwork detox is the all-in-one physical, mental, spiritual, emotional detox on every single level. And I can go double click on each one of those and give back scientific evidence that shows that. So when you're looking at detox is a really good way to manifest. Now you might be like, detox, manifest? I don't get it. When you think of manifest, you think so in the book, The World Is Yours, I give a really good analogy of a key, right? So this is like the basics of manifesting. So you have a key. Let's just say that key has 3 like ridges, right? So it has like big ridge and like little ones, big one, and then little one, and then one last one, and then you get the big circle thing, right? So that first ridge is your thought, your intention. What is it that you want, right? What you want is truly up to you, but how and when you get it is not. So determine what it is that you want. That's your first ridge. So that goes inside the lock, right? Now you got that second ridge. Now that second ridge is being able to visualize what you want, because if you can't see it, the universe can't see it, right? You need to see it in your mind before you can see it in your hand. So visualization is extremely important, and that needs to